For my service learning activity, I completed my service hours by cleaning up scraps and garbage material at home building sites and bringing them to places like Habitat Restore, where they take like lumber materials, kind of like cabinets even, or just scraps that would get thrown away at regular building sites, and they put them for sale for people, but a lot less cheaper than you would go to like Lowe's and stuff like that. And it's just helping out people who can't afford that stuff new, and it's also helping out the environment by making reusing stuff that would have just been thrown away in dumpsters and bins at these building sites. We would clean up a lot of the garbage, take that stuff to dump, and then the stuff that we thought would be useful or reusable, like large pieces of lumber or maybe cabinets that maybe didn't fit and they had to cut them off maybe, or just stuff like that. We would take them to places like that with our dump trailer, and we we would just go through and we pick this stuff that we thought would be good. I completed all 10 hours over 3 different days, and I enjoyed knowing that I was helping people who maybe are going through hard times right now due to COVID, that they can go find lumber for cheaper for even just backyard projects maybe, because lumber prices are extremely high. I also enjoyed knowing that I was helping the environment by taking the wood that would have been just thrown away or not used and just putting it to good use, and just saving other wood. And I learned that many things can be connected to benefiting values like dignity of work. I found while through doing the whole thing and with the other people that I was doing it with, that it felt good, knowing what I was doing, hard work, because it was hard work, throwing a lot of lumber into the flatbed and then the dump trailer, and just knowing that it was worth something and just wasn't just doing work. I thought it felt good to know that, and it made me also realize that we waste a lot of materials. I think that if you just drive, you can see a lot of building sites, even like apartment building sites, not just homes. They waste a lot of materials, and I mean, they look at like the dollar sign. They don't need to use that material, so throw it away. But I also think that people should do more of this, and because it does go to help a lot of people, and it also helps the environment more than most people think. Really, most people don't realize that if just even some of those scraps of wood and stuff like that were reused, that we could do a whole lot better in saving the environment. And then the way that it impacted the future for me is like, the reason I chose this is because it's something I want to do in the future, construction type like that. And so just seeing like hands-on the building sites, because I've really never been there like those places before, it was really interesting to see just the scraps like laying all over, and obviously that they don't need them, but it was just really, in the future, I think even just building stuff in my backyard, if I'm to build like a chicken coop or build a fence, the stuff that I don't use, if I feel that it could be help somebody out there, or if I maybe decide to remodel a house, the cabinets I pull out could be reused and just stuff like that. It's kind of gave me a new perspective. I feel like that you're able to reuse things that most people would not think about, and yeah. Going to talk about the experience now. We had to be there at 6 in the morning, and obviously people that ran it already talked to the builders, and we knew which to grab, and so we would do that, and then we go to multiple different building sites. They're like subdivisions, so there's multiple houses, and we go through and pick the stuff that we wanted, and then we'd have garbage and then that we were just gonna throw away, and then the stuff that we would take to this places like Habitat Restore. And it was really fun. There's quite a bit of people that came. You had to ride in your own car, and then we'd go to a different site, but they're all somewhat in the same area. It wasn't too far of a drive. And then it's fun. We'd get lunch in the middle of the day. We'd be done around 1 o'clock. But I enjoyed it, and like I said, I chose this because I want to get into construction after college, and just kind of being in the construction field, the area, the building sites, it was really nice. It was fun to be around that.